We're in Elkmont and we're heading to the first cabin. It is just an entire town, completely empty. I'm super creeped out. Tonight, I'll be investigating Elkmont, the terrifyingly abandoned Appalachian ghost town, all alone to try to see if any of the paranormal tales are indeed true. Elkmont is now a town dedicated to preservation within the Smoky Mountains. In the year 1990, there were still around 70 buildings left, but due to the government forcing everybody out, or only allowing them to stay until they die, by 2017, most of the town was in ruins and was decided for liability purposes to demolish all but of the most savageable of homes left. Okay guys, we are in Elkmont, the Appalachian ghost town, and this place just has a bunch of houses. I believe there's 17 or 19 houses that they preserved. It used to be much bigger, but this is an entire ghost town that they kicked the residents out. They gave them options. They said, you can either sell it to us at a discount and once you die, it's ours, or we can pay for it at the full price and you leave right now. Those were the only options. So we're going to be walking around exploring some of these houses, and then when it gets dark out, we're going to come in here and try to find out if there's any spirits roaming this abandoned ghost town within the Appalachia. So let's get into it. This first house that we're in, they're all just empty as far as I know. But this first house that we're in is just a couple bedroom little cabin type area. I mean, it's not very big, but you can see there's somebody driving by. You can just drive, you can walk to this town. It's absolutely free other than the parking pass, which is $5 a day. It's not all original, but most of them are built where the houses stood, because there was a fire up here that took down a lot of buildings. But I think, as far as I know, most of them are supposed to be based on the original house, and they just made them safe for people to walk into. So yeah, let's do this. Quick walk around, and then when it gets dark, we're gonna try to talk to some ghosts. In the year 1909, the town experienced a great loss with a deadly train crash killing multiple people, including engineer Gordon Bryson and a conductor, Samuel Jenkins, due to the train plummeting down the mountain and crashing into a nearby river. This accident drove in a lot of tourism, as it was a rare occurrence within Tennessee, leading to a luxurious hotel construction project in 1912. This was the infamous Wonderland Hotel. In 1919, the Wonderland Hotel was purchased by a group of businessmen and was renamed to the Wonderland Club. Due to the popularity of the area, some of the wealthy tourists began buying land to build vacation homes within Elkmont. All of that came to a halt when in 1925, Little River Lumber Company decided to pull the plug. It was decided to not inform any of the citizens of the town that it was relocating its operations. In the dead of the night, railroad workers began removing the tracks in secret. At the time, the tracks were the only modern way in and out of the town. Luckily, Governor Austin Pay had a vacation home in Elkmont, so we arranged to have permanent roads constructed to breathe new life in what would have been the end of Elkmont, Tennessee. Okay, let's go into this one. This one is right next door to the one that I was just inside. But as you can tell, there are people walking around because it's daytime and it's a big tourist location. So we're going to go into the ones that are empty for now, but we're going to try to hit all of them. So as long as we can hit most of them, that's cool with me. There's a couple that pique my interest more than others, but you know, I don't know what that means. There's a couple that just whenever I looked them up on the map, they spoke to me. So we're gonna try to focus on those ones tonight. This is nice. I would live in this, absolutely. There's a little fireplace, there's a glove. This little back area. Oh, this must have been some sort of bathroom because of the sink. Hopefully there's not too much echo for you guys. I really hope so. But this is this would probably be a hangout area back in the day. And it's a smaller house, but that back area truly I want to live in this. Too bad nobody can. I don't mean to disrespect anybody that may be here that got kicked out of your house, but I see why you would want to live here. I really want to go over to this one because back here there's a couple little sheds. And I wonder why that would be. This one's wood. This might be like a cooking house because back in the day they would have houses separate for cooking and all of that because in the summer you wouldn't want to heat your house obviously, and they didn't have air conditioning, so they would have separate areas to cook and prepare food and everything. But that was mainly rich people had the opportunity to do that. But this is like a little wood cabin area behind this house, and there's a back door that leads right here, so it makes me think that whoever lived here probably used this as a cooking house. And then there's another one that leads behind it. It says Colonel Townsend's servants' quarters. I mean, it's very small, but it has a bathroom and another little area back here, and then this larger space. So as long as there's one person living in here, or maybe even, a person and a child, it's not that bad. But I could see, people nowadays, they get these tiny houses that are smaller than this, and they put 4 people in them. But that's by choice. And if it's a servant and not a slave, then, they had a choice. So maybe it wasn't so bad. During the 1930s, the residents were given 2 options. Begin selling their land and homes immediately to the government to make way for the Great Smoky Mountains National Park for full price, or get paid a fraction of its worth, but be allowed to live there until they die. Thousands of residents were forced out of their homes due to the government claiming eminent domain. This means if the owner of the home dies, even if there's 5 other descendants of the owner, the house must be vacated immediately. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am enjoying exploring it. Make sure you stay till the end because we're going to be checking out some of these, and I hope something cool happens for us because we are up in the Appalachian Mountains and there's all sorts of stories, feral people, cryptids, little people. Mothman's the Appalachian Mountains. There's a lot of stuff here that's very creepy and eerie, and regardless on if we capture any paranormal activity, it's going to be fun to explore and ask questions and see if there is anybody and they want to talk. One of the most colorful characters in Elkmont was none other than Uncle Lem Ownby. He lived to be 94 years old and passed away in 1984. Uncle Lem was a true mountain man and loved to enrage the government and tourists with his antics. When he died, he was the last original settler in the area. Almost immediately, the government came and demolished his home as if to wipe away his memory, or as a middle finger, as the home was not in disrepair. Okay, if we walk back here, this house has a big old chimney. If I'm not mistaken, most of the chimneys are actually original, and they sort of fix the houses around the chimney because that's a good place to start. All these are going to have very similar stuff. it's all going to be empty houses. So me walking around and showing you this doesn't really, it's not going to really show you anything like incredible that anybody left behind, because they didn't leave anything behind. But I figured I'd show you the places and put on the bottom of the screen which cabin it is. That way you guys sort of get a little piece of the history before we come back tonight and film the investigation. Plus, it's good for me to be able to get into these places and recognize them and know which ones they are before tonight when it's pitch black and I'll be all freaked out and everything. But I mean, they say it's haunted. An Appalachian ghost town haunting. And the Appalachians, as you guys know, it's no joke. It's sketchy. So hopefully tonight has something really cool in store for us. 2 of the 3 oldest buildings are the one that I just showed you with the cabin and then the servants' quarters, and then this one right here that has this little wood shack right there. So next we're gonna walk into that one and go give it a look around, because there's 3 of them that are the oldest in the town, and those are 2 of them. So let's go check those ones out. Wow, how did I not see this from over there? Look at this little back patio. Oh my. That's a little, maybe even a fireplace. Now you can see the stream though, look at that. Just leading straight off this guy's backyard. And what's crazy is they didn't have a choice. They just had to leave or die here, and nobody could take over the property. Let's head inside. And this is one of the oldest ones. I believe early 1800s. Big and open. Nice big fireplace right here. I honestly, I don't know much about this place. I've seen a few people come here. I've never really watched an exploration, but these houses are freaking nice. They're big, they're spacious. Wow. Unless they did all that in the renovations, but I highly doubt they're gonna add on to it. We've explored about half of them, so let's keep rolling and see if there's anything cool that we find. Only 19 homes are left from the original community started in the early 1900s. Even the Wonderland Hotel is gone. All that remains are the steps and the main chimney. Throughout its almost 90 years long existence, many residents were killed due to fires, logging accidents, and bear attacks. The most recent death was in 2022 when a 7-year-old girl was killed by a falling tree as she laid sleeping in her tent. And Elkmont isn't even the most haunted place in the area. Nearby is the most haunted road in Tennessee, Roaring Fork Road. Most notably is the ghost of Lucy. Lucy is described as barefoot and silent, and as the story goes, she died in a cabin fire while waiting for approval to be married. People report seeing her late at night or in the early hours walking the road. They say her appearance can be felt as all of the warmth in the area turns to cold. If you want to see an investigation of Roaring Fork Road, please let me know in the comments down below. Now this one looks really familiar. I feel like I saw Groovy Gavin investigate this one. I don't know why, but it just seems super familiar. This one has a little fuzzy toilet seat cover. This is a smaller one, but I feel like it looks familiar. I don't know why it looks familiar, but it looks familiar. So this might be one that we have to try out, because I don't know why I'd be getting that sense of familiarity. So we might come check this one out later tonight, because we are going to have to pick and choose, because there is like 20? No, there's 17 or 19. So we're going to have to pick and choose which ones, because unfortunately I won't have the time to do all 19 or a thorough all 17 or 19. I can't wait for tonight. Let's head to the cemetery. Let's try to find the cemetery, go take a walk around, and then we will come back when it's nighttime. And I mean, we'll see. Hopefully something cool happens. I'll meet you guys at the cemetery. Arsonists have targeted the remaining buildings over the years. No one truly knows, other than the ghosts that roam the old buildings and walk along the river at night, who is actually causing the fires. Is this Appalachian ghost town haunted by its former residents, tourists who have lost their life, or even unknown paranormal entities who's lived in the woods for centuries? One thing is for certain, the legacy of Elkmont lives on. Surprisingly, within this cemetery, there are graves from as recent as 2022. I don't know how you get up here in 2022. Ogle is a big name within the Smoky Mountains. He had like mills and he has a little cabin and all that sort of stuff, but this one is really neat. There's a bunch of crystals and everything, so we might have to come over here and check this one out tonight, because why is there so many gifts on this one? I wonder if there's potentially a spirit or something that people try to contact up here. But a lot of these are renewed because there's deaths from 47 and in the 30s and this and that. So I don't really know. Maybe it's family members, they wanted to be buried up here. Maybe you pay a little extra or something, but I mean, look, it's beautiful with the sun shining right down onto the graves. So if it's open later, we will absolutely come up here and try to make contact with somebody, or at least pay our respects, come lay some pennies on some graves, say hello, and then head into Elkmont. I can't talk, I'm out of breath. I'm too fat for this hiking shit. Before we get any further into the investigation, I just want to say, guys, I have a Patreon. It is only $5 a month, and there's all sorts of extra bonus content on there, from bonus investigations, unboxings of haunted objects, story times, all sorts of things. So if you want to, it would mean the world to me. It is one of the best ways to support me. $5 a month. The link will be in the description. Now, let's get back into the investigation. Here we are, guys. We're in Elkmont, and we're heading to the first cabin. I'm super creeped out. It is just an entire town, completely empty. And the first spot that we're gonna go to is gonna be number 7. 7 and 5 are some of the oldest ones here. So I figured we would start out at one of the oldest ones and then move on from there. There is a freaky ass vibe. And I don't know if that's just because it's dark out and I'm alone, or if it's because there's ghosts, but I'm ready to find out. Here's 5. Let's go into 5 and give it a shot. We brought minimum equipment. It is literally just a voice recorder. We brought the spirit box and we brought a REM pod. Let's do the polite thing. Can I come in? Let's give a good scope out. Oh, I didn't even realize that number 5 was the one that had the really cool backyard patio thing. I don't know if that was a trick of the light, but I'm not kidding. I swear I saw something. During review, I noticed what I saw was indeed not a trick of the light, but just a bug flying outside. Let's go over here and see what we got going. This just leads back. Okay. So perfect. We have the REM pod set up. super sketchy, guys. I mean, let me tell you, like, I'm allowed to be here, but it's scary at the same time because, like, if a real person comes, that's probably going to be more scarier than if a ghost comes. But if there's anybody in here, people probably don't come and ask you guys very many questions. But I have a device right there on your fireplace, and if you walk up to it, it just lights up blue, and it lets me know that you're here with me. So if you would like to do that, it'd be very much appreciated. And if there's anybody with me, because guys, I've been speaking to some people that have abilities, and there's been a feeling that I've been feeling, and they sort of confirmed it, and these are people that I trust, that there's something sort of protecting me, but the idea is that it's not letting me put my energy out there to communicate. So if you're here, if you came with me, I want to ask you to please step aside. You could still protect me, but step aside and let me try to have communication. And then afterwards, we can have our conversation. But right now, I want to speak to the spirits here. So if you're here, please do me the favor. Step aside. Let me do my thing. Please. Did you used to live here? In this village? This little town before the government kicked you out? Don't worry, I'm not here with the government. I don't like them just as much as you. Could you give me a knock on the wall or something? If you're here, do you know who Len is? Lem? Uncle Lem is what they would call him. I'm freaking myself out. I'm in an entire town right now. There is nobody here. An entire street of just houses in the Appalachian Mountains. How crazy. That was really loud. That was outside somewhere. Let's grab the REM pod and take a gander. Just in case. I heard two noises. I highly doubt you guys will hear them, but they came from outside. And we are in the middle of the woods, but it freaked me out enough to not stay in the same place for a long enough time because it didn't come from inside here. So let's go ahead and move on to another spot and see if there's anybody that wants to talk to us. I just about fell down the stairs, that's what that was. We're gonna walk down this way, closer to where my car is. Another thing we have to worry about, genuinely, are bears. I don't want to speak it into existence, but it's definitely a possibility. We're gonna walk into this one because this is the one I just heard a scrape. Anyways, this is the one that I felt like was familiar. So, I mean, I guess we should go into it because why would I get that feeling? I did watch another YouTuber come here, and his video wasn't just about this, but he did come here. His name is Groovy Gavin. So shout out Groovy Gavin. I've used his thumbnail templates as my thumbnails like before. So shout out him. He's a pretty good YouTuber. So let's just start out in here. Let's see if there might be anybody in here that wants to have a conversation. And let's just start out by laying out the REM pod right here. There we go. If there's anybody in this house, I have a thing on the floor there. If you just walk up to it and touch it, it'll go off. And it won't hurt you. It's just to let you know that I'm here, or that you're here with me. Maybe, oh shit, that was a bat. Why do I keep going to places with bats? This is like the 20th place that I've been to with bats. Hopefully it won't come in here though. Hopefully it just flew outside. But that's sketchy. I do not want to deal with that right now. Maybe if you don't want me inside your house, you can just shut one of your doors and I'll get the picture and I'll leave you alone. But for now, I'd like to have a conversation. And I'm going to pull out this voice recorder. So guys, this is just, I'm freaking myself out. That was definitely me, but I got scared. Guys, this is just a voice recorder that I can play back instantly. So to start out, we're just going to hit record and we're going to set it on the ground because you don't want to hold voice recorders when you're ghost hunting because I must have hit that. You don't want to hold voice recorders while you're ghost hunting because when you hold it, even the slightest movements can cause noises, which can essentially make you think that they're voices. And we try to eliminate that because we want to make sure that when we do catch something, it's as undisputable as possible. So let's just set it down. What? Why is there a voice recording of 52 seconds? This was empty.
What's the name of the person who used to live?
That's a voice recording from like a few weeks ago. But I literally deleted everything, so that's really weird. But anyways, if there's anybody in Elkmont, Daisy Town with me, could you please speak into that red light on the floor and just say hello? My name is Dawson. Could you tell me your name? Did you used to live here in this house? Let's run this recording. See if we maybe caught anything.
If there's anybody in Elkmont, Daisy Town with me, could you please speak into that red light on the floor and just say hello? My name is Dawson. Could you tell me your name? Did you used to live here in this house?
I will say, what is that? We need to step outside. That sounds weird. I don't know. I just don't want it to be a bear or something, because I truly am out here alone. This isn't one of those things where I'm like, I'm alone, guys, and there's some fucking dude hiding outside. Like, we keep it real over here. So we need to step out and take a gander. I heard what sounded like a stick breaking, and we are in the woods, but I'm getting really freaking freaked out. Let's go down this way and just... Sorry that I'm being such a pussy, guys, but I'm honestly more scared of the bears out here than anything else. I just heard it again. And I don't see anything. I'm starting to get... starting to get really spooked. All right. Let's take a second. Okay, guys, right now we are taking a breather because I'm hearing noises. And while, yes, that is what I'm here for, people are terrifying. And if it's actually people, because, well, there's a car parked over here, and I don't know where they are. How many people come up here and night hike? I would have seen them if they were here, up in Elkmont. I'll tell you guys what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into one more house. We're gonna set up the REM pod. We're gonna run another EVP, and we'll go from there. But we're in the Appalachian Mountains, dealing with Appalachian beliefs and Appalachian stories up in a ghost town. So, it's freaky. It's scary up here. Anybody home? My name's Dawson. I just want to have a conversation. So I'm going to come in unless you show me a clear and obvious sign right now that you don't want me to do that. On your fireplace right here, I have something that's called a REM pod. You may not quite understand electricity, but if you do, all you got to do is walk up right here, right to the center of it, and put your hand there. And it'll show me that you're here with me. Now, it never goes off. So if you did that, you would be one of the first people, and you would be doing a massive accomplishment. So could you walk up and touch that? In 3, 2, 1. Jesus, look at this. Is this? Oh, it is real. It's a cockroach. That's disgusting. Hello? Could you shut that door? Give it a shove. If you came with me and you didn't listen to my request of leaving me be, why don't you shut that door? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to run a round 2, and this time we're going to set it right up here. You want me to light this fireplace to make you nice and warm? Do you know who broke those windows that's behind me? Did you sell your home for full price, or did you wait and die on this property? Let's take a nice listen.
You want me to light this fireplace to make you nice and warm?
thought I heard yes.
That's behind me. Did you sell your home for full price, or did you wait and die on this property?
Once again, I don't think we caught anything on that. I thought I heard yes. I'll replay that right now with as good of audio enhancement as I can. But it wasn't like my voice, but it did kind of sound like some sort of yes. And it could have easily been audio pareidolia, but I don't know. You know, every time I've used one of this voice recorder, everything I've caught in, I've been able to debunk, other than at whispers, it sounded like it said George and something else that I can't really remember. But that was about it. Well, if you're in here, I think I might be heading out of here in just a second. So if you could show me one last sign, any sign, I will gladly leave you be and leave your home if that's what you like. I don't feel anybody needs to be anybody's entertainment or, you know, anything like that. I genuinely just like to talk to you guys. I'm not trying to exploit you. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable by being inside your home. It's lovely. I'm sure it was even lovelier back in the day. So I really hope that we can come to some sort of understanding. And you know that I'm just here to talk to you, and that's it. Thank you very much for your time. Guys, I just want to let you know that I have a Patreon, and on that Patreon I release little bonus videos, kind of like this one with me going to the House of the Fairies. I release bonus investigations. I release little posts on there that are little like secret posts for only my Patreons. Also, if you want to become a member, feel free to do that. I have some really awesome merch, popping it up on the screen right now. If you want any, that is one of the best ways to support me. That and Patreon and becoming a member, that is the best way to financially support me if you like to see videos like this. But if you can't do any of that, that is absolutely fine. And just leaving a comment on the video right now saying, that place is creepy, say that place is creepy. Make sure you comment, that place is creepy. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Now let's go ahead and get the hell out of this creepy ass ghost town. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. This is Real Paranormal. I have some really awesome locations coming up with some really cool people. So hit the bell so you don't miss that. Much love to you guys. Catch you on the next one.
Check it, my name is Dawson Toller.